This past weekend, Brad, I was doing some stand-up comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Primarily in the Middle East.
Oh, yeah.
But before I really got there, I started in St. Louis. And Ghosties really helped me out this weekend. There were a lot of them willing to help. Hey, what do I need to know about Indianapolis? Hey, what are the ins and outs of Cleveland?
Love it.
Jordan Norwine. That name mean anything to you?
Ghosty.
Yeah,
Jordan Norwine.
Ghosty.
Yeah.
I think they were the ones who ran
Girl
into
or boy?
Scott.
Girl.
Guy.
Sorry, Jordan. Haley Norwine.
Yep,
Girl.
his wife.
Okay. Redemption.
They ran into Scott at a pickleball tournament.
Yes.
I have a lot of mutual friends with them.
Okay.
One of my good friends from college, whatever. We've texted before. We are becoming friends. So Jordan hits me up. Hey, man, I know you're in St. Louis tonight. Figured you could use some St. Louis info. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, yes. So I'm confirming things with him that I already kind of know to be true. Like, yeah, East St. Louis, that's still the rough part of town, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Emos, still popping off. Yeah, weird
Emos.
cheese.
I thought you meant like the type of people, like emo. like Fall Out Boy, still real big in St. Louis.
Alternative rock.
Yeah.
Still pretty popular.
Reliant K, just bumping still.
Dashboard Confessional, would that kind of get people excited?
Taking Back Sunday, right?
I'm thinking about songs I want to run out to. Emo's still big.
Emos. And I love how you're like referring to the whole like group of people as emos. Emos. Just it's big time in.
There's
St. Louis.
goths and there's emos.
Very loyal to emos.
Depressies. That's just what I call them all.
Gen Z or the Zemos.
Emos.
Sorry. All right.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's so basically. So we're chatting about all this stuff, and I'll talk more about it later. But I feel like I had written a good amount of like St. Louis material. Like I came swinging.
Yeah.
And one of the things that Jordan tells me, he's like, oh, also, you want to get on everyone's good side? Talk about how St. Louis barbecue is better than Kansas City.
Yes.
And so I see this text and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I don't want to say that.
That's a tough, how much are you going to sell your soul to the devil here?
Yeah, exactly. But I'm like, if I say that early on, that could win them over.
Right.
I honestly didn't even know that was a thing.
Pappy's is a big thing down there, out there.
I feel like Kansas City, it's always getting compared to like Texas barbecue or Memphis. Like, all right, St. Louis, I guess there's beef here. That makes sense.
Sure.
And so I'm doing these jokes, and I'm like, St. Louis, you guys do things different. Panera says, we got a new name now, but you guys are like, hey, St. Louis Bread Co.
Right.
Pizza exists, and you guys are like, let's throw the weirdest cheese we can find on it.
Yeah.
Hamburgers exist just fine. You're like, hey, White Castle, pickles, onions, and dip them in grease. Whatever. Like, that's our thing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and Kansas City exists, and you guys are like, hey, let's do the exact same thing, but with way better barbecue. And it just got crickets.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know how to.
It's one of those things where it's like, hey, we know who we are, and we're not better than kids. We have things that we can compare ourselves to Kansas City. Kansas City is the king of barbecue.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I knew you would love it. But also, Jordan Norwine, what the heck, dude? I'm really building even the tone, the way I'm talking. And hey, just like Kansas City, except way better barbecue.
Never trust a man from St. Louis ever in your entire life.
I did not do that the second show.
That's awesome, man. Oh my gosh. I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
Ghostrunners podcast.
So yeah, that was just a bummer. Yeah, it's when it felt like I was already pandering to the audience, and then they didn't even appreciate it. I was like, well,
that's what you get.
I'm sad.
That's your penance. That's you're like, I'm trying to be a comedian of the people, and I went too far, and you feel it. Like some people say, like, you don't know when you're sinning.
Yeah.
When you've done the wrong thing.
I texted him after the show, and I was like, dude, would love to see you. Are you at the first show or second show? And he's like, oh, I'm coming to Grande Boo. I'm not even here tonight. I was like, oh.
So he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know what he did to you.
He's finding out right now.
Oh, my goodness.
That no one clapped or cared about St. Louis barbecue.
Okay, so in Kansas City, what is like the comparable thing you could say to like get crickets? Like if you're like, Kansas City, we do Super Bowls.
What about those?
Yeah.
What about those Royals?
Yeah. Or like, and we know how to run a baseball franchise way better than the people out in St. Louis. People just like, no, we don't.
Yeah.
The Cardinals are very successful. we're self-aware enough to know the Royals are not good.
That's perfect. I'm going to turn on these headlights.
Great. Yeah. Hair lights.
There are headlights. Good job. It's testing you.
Yes. Anyway, that's great, dude. I love that you bombed in St. Louis because you know what? It wasn't you, it was them. Trust me. Trust me.
It's never
Because
me.
I do know a lot of people from St. Louis that are very passionately
Are they?
like, yeah, my friend, he talks about this place called Pappy's. I've never been to Pappy's, but they say it's the best barbecue in the world.
Grandpappy's barbecue.
I'm like, sure it is, buddy. Sure it is, pal. Sure it
Bucko.
is, big man,
big guy.
big guy. So,
Yeah, but that was kind of funny. And I will say, because of what I talked about on last week's podcast episode about the whole steroid shot thing, it kind of gave me some ideas. So I did like one bit, like I'm doing this whole bit about like how hard I feel sick, how hard it is to get a steroid shot, and making that funny. And then it leads up to like, I did not think it was going to be this hard to get a steroid shot in St. Louis. How did Mark McGuire do it? And
perfect.
I was like, dang, this is such a good joke. And I can only do it in like San Francisco, Chicago, or St. Louis, really.
I mean,
maybe Oakland.
Maybe. I mean, if you're in Oakland right now, name 5 A's players.
Well, I was thinking Jose Canseco is what I was thinking. I was like, I could do Barry Bonds, I could do Sammy Sosa, I could do Mark McGuire.
I was thinking Jason Giambi.
Okay. How did Jose Canseco or Jason Giambi do it?
Right? That's topical these days,
Whichever generation you're in.
Billy Bean? Anybody? He probably did them too, huh?
So yeah, I felt really good about that. I was like, dang, that's kind of a one-time thing.
I mean, you could do Chicago. Did you say that? Sammy Sosa? Okay. I mean, do Mark McGuire other places. It wouldn't be as great, but it would still get a good laugh, I think.
Yeah, I feel like it hit in St. Louis.
Or Barry Bonds, those are two. Have you ever heard of Barry Bonds, Timon? Be honest. Or Mark McGuire?
Mark McGuire, I'll be honest, I looked up like recently. I think when I was editing a clip of.
Oh yeah, I think I said him last Monday.
Yeah. And then I don't think I've heard of Barry Bonds.
Fair enough. I mean, Timon is our casual sports fan barometer. No, not even casual. Would you call yourself a sports fan, Timon?
Very casual.
Okay.
Extremely.
Like
if even.
The Chiefs. Well, first of all, guess how many games the Chiefs play in a year, like a regular season game.
Gosh. I know I've heard 12. Let's say 12.
Okay, not a bad guess.
Okay.
How many?
It's 17.
Yeah.
Right.
How many?
That's an odd number. How am I supposed to?
It used to be 16. They just changed it.
I was like, I didn't know we were doing odds. I didn't know odds were even allowed.
If odds at 17 would have been my first choice for sure.
All right, how many games are in a regular baseball season?
Ooh, I'd say a lot more.
Good.
Like 50.
Yeah. Okay. You knew it was an even number this time.
What is it? 162.
162.
Oh wow.
Yeah. They go nuts.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So okay. Of those 17 games the Chiefs play, how many games are you watching?
None.
Whatever.
Okay.
That is not a casual sports fan time.
Whatever is in a restaurant when I'm there.
Fair enough. Okay.
That'd be fun to just not have a scope of sports, really. Like you walk into a restaurant, you're like, I don't know if this game's on right now. I don't know if this is a 1980s game. Just like, are these players exist anymore?
Timon's like really frustrated in February that he can't go to Johnny's Tavern, on a Sunday afternoon. He's like, everyone's there in their red shirts. I don't know what's going on.
It was funny. There was one time someone at the place that I kind of intern at, they were like, we're having a gathering in like the kitchen area with the TV around like noon to watch the parade. It was like after the Super Bowl, and I was like, what parade is going on? Like that's how
it's a little early for Valentine's parades.
Yeah, you're like, I'll say regardless, it is fun that all these sports fans are gathering for a parade. I'm kind of into that. Let's see what it's about.
I like parades.
Yeah, right. Who's gonna say no to a parade?
Will there be music?
Yeah, that's great. Well, anyway,
what were we talking about? Oh,
St.
Barry
Louis.
Bonds. Yeah.
What was I gonna say? You had something. Oh, tell us update about the steroid shots and all that. Have you been successful?
Never got one. Really, I just took really good care of myself this past weekend and feel like I was starting to get better. Just like I would have so much water. I found this new thing from Starbucks that I have like every morning.
What do we got?
Honey citrus mint tea.
Okay.
Seems to help the throat. I was doing throat coat before and after every show, throwing honey in there.
What is throat coat? What is that?
It's like the name of
Is it
a
a
tea
mixture? Okay.
that I think is. They have it backstage every show. I assume musicians use it.
Yes,
all
I've
the
heard
time.
of it, but okay.
So I was doing that. I got some good, Mucinex sore throat pain relief drops.
Sure.
Just doing everything.
Yeah.
Everything, but of course, still talking to fans for 30 minutes afterwards and golfing during the day and that kind of stuff. I'm not willing to budge on that.
Well, does golf really matter? Like, do you think it's like it would be helpful if you just rested, like just in general, because you're not talking that much in golf?
Yeah, that would be the alternative. Just like sleep a lot and don't talk to anyone all day.
Yeah.
So golf, you talk. Especially one of the days in Cincinnati, I golfed with 3 ghosties, so we were chatting a lot.
Yeah. What, as far as like to me, I would imagine. I just take this as an experience from podcasting. Anytime I feel sick or tired, once I start podcasting, I'm fine. Like I don't think about it anymore. But I would imagine maybe with comedy, you're getting so comfortable that now you do notice it. Does that make sense? Like I bet for a while you'd be like, I'm on an adrenaline high. I'm up there. I'm going. I'm not sick. I'll be sick when I get done with this thing, but I'm not sick right now, kind of thing. But I'm wondering, like, have you reached the point now where you're comfortable enough where you're still noticing your voice?
That's a good point. You're right. If I only had one comedy show to do ever, it's like I can push through any sickness to do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely doesn't feel that way now. I don't know how much adrenaline I really feel to perform comedy these days. So yeah, it is probably like, I noticed it on stage, like the last 5 minutes of like the second, because we had to do 2 shows at St. Louis. It's like, man, this is a bad time to have to do 2 shows. But the last St. Louis show, I was like really feeling it towards the end. So yeah, the pain could definitely fight through the adrenaline at this point.
Are you still running out?
Oh, no. I feel like I'm trying to sit in the music a little more.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to just have to cut the music off ASAP. So yeah, walk out.
Do you give it like how many seconds into the song? They say they got the song going, Lily Jim and Jake Triplet right away. You walk out, or do you give it a few seconds?
Ooh, I see what you're saying.
I would give it a solid 3 seconds.
I never even thought about that.
Oh, give it some time, brother.
Really?
Oh yeah, let it marinate a little bit. Be like, is he coming? There he is.
I never even thought about that. I'm always side stage. I'm just ready to go. So
Sure.
he said my name. All right, walk up there.
All right, it's time. Yeah,
Yeah, I should wait. I should give it a beat.
you should, especially if you're ruminating with the
If I want to sit in the music anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. All weekend I said surprise with the music. It was good stuff. I got Nickelback one time, got Taylor Swift one time.
Okay.
It's fun. Good weekend of walkout music.
So high variety. Who's the DJ these days?
The first 2 nights we had DJ Travie, Trey's friend from college, and then he had to go. And so then Michael was back. Hadn't seen him in a while.
Oh, okay.
So Michael was back the last 2 nights. It was really fun.
Is he back for good, or is Dude Perfect still?
Dude Perfect is done touring. So we have, I think Travis gets first choice because he's like Trey's boy. So like whichever one Travis wants to come to, he does. But then after that, then it's Michael.
Cool.
So I think Michael will be with us a lot for the fall. But we're kind of not traveling much. This just dawned on me. So we have the Kansas City show, Grande Boo weekend, obviously. That's it for the month of August. And then the month of September until like the 28th, the only other show we have is one in Las Vegas.
Nice. Till the 28th.
Yeah.
So you basically have over a month off.
Yeah. I have like one travel day.
Yeah. One little blip in that radar, but besides that, clear skies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In like 7 weeks.
Your throat's going to feel so good by the end of that.
It's going to be really nice. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. So that's fun. Anyway, hey, Ghosties, welcome back.
Yeah.
Monday episode. This is the Ghostrunners podcast. We have a ton going on right now in our lives. And so today's episode, Wednesday's episode might be a bit shorter.
The old show, shorter shows.
Yeah, shorter episodes. Slightly. Yeah. But figured it's fair because last week my throat was really sore and we recorded for an hour, 45 minutes just for Monday. So, it balances itself out.
You're a freaking warrior.
Well, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to do this.
We say that, and of course it's gonna
today
we're
will
gonna
be long too. Yeah,
just cut us off at some point. But so Grande Boo's coming up, and we're getting there, baby. We are
sold some tickets last night. I saw
sold some tickets. Was texting the guy personally. Jonathan, shout out Jonathan.
Yeah.
If you guys want to text me, I'll text back. if I don't, it's not because I don't like you. It's because you didn't catch me on my phone.
Or it's because you're not like actively buying Grande Boo tickets.
That helps a lot. When they're like, "Hey, I'm kind of interested in Grande Boo," I will respond immediately to that.
Yeah.
Also, if you send a really, really heartfelt message, just the flaw in me is that I want to send the most heartfelt message back.
Yeah, I don't want to just respond immediately.
No.
Like, hey, thanks, man.
And so sometimes those are the people I either take forever to respond to or forget to respond to completely. So just know that I've always read them. And I really, really apologize if I didn't respond to you.
That's a good PSA to send out because I'm bad at that too.
Yeah.
Like I can easily respond to the text like, hey, you free for a call this afternoon? Yes, 2:30, call me.
Right.
Easy.
Yeah.
But like, hey man, I know I haven't talked to you in a while, but like I've been quietly listening to Ghostrunners. And I was like, man, this is awesome.
Yes.
I need to set aside time for this response.
Right.
And then I never do.
I have started to do voice message responses to those.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just easier. You can get out so many words in 1 minute.
They hear the tone.
They hear the tone, brother. The tone is there. So I think that's better. And I think that I can do really quickly and be like, and I sometimes even explain that. I'm like, I would love to, respond. I don't even know how to respond to this, but thank you so much. And they hear it right there. So, yeah, Grande Boo is going great. I went to bed last night. I felt weird after the roastery yesterday.
Dude.
You too?
Me too.
What, like stomach stuff?
Oh, no.
Like what?
Well, yeah, a little bit.
What did you feel?
I felt really, which this might be part of the sickness. We could talk about this more too, but like I feel like recently I felt really lightheaded and I couldn't explain it to Rachel.
Me too.
Really? I was like, okay, I didn't even think about it being the coffee. I just thought I was like sick or something. So I was talking to Rachel and I was like, I don't even know how to explain what I feel right now. It's like I feel lightheaded and like I feel like I just can't focus. I was like, I don't know if this is what people call like a fog.
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel foggy because I've never felt it before, but I was like, I just don't feel right. But I had to leave and go shoot Friday pickleball videos. So I kind of just had to suck it up.
Yeah, just go for it.
And then we go there and shoot it all. I'm like, we're done. And then Harrison rolls
Yeah.
up and he's like, hey, you guys want to play? So I was like, oh, man.
Can't say no to
Yes,
Harry.
yeah. So now stick around. But yeah, I felt really weird.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I got out of your car. Like, that's the first time I felt it. And I'm always driving. And so I was in the passenger seat on my phone a decent amount. So I thought maybe I'm just motion sickness from the car or
I
something.
don't feel like you're on your phone that much. I, feel like you were
I don't
just
know if I was
talking the whole time.
either,
Yeah, I
but
don't think you were.
but that was in my head. I was like,
I don't know why I said
maybe
that.
No. In my head, I was like, I don't. Screen time. You look down every single, on your app. It's like you spent 4.5 hours on your phone. I was like, surely not. So maybe I was on there more than I realized, or
Just
something.
making stuff up. I was in the back seat just spinning in
No.
circles.
I just thought to myself,
Wait,
like,
no, I wasn't.
subconsciously, maybe I was looking at my phone a lot. I don't know. But I get out and I feel like, yeah, just this like, not dizzy, but just like enough to where like you kind of turn your head and you're like, whoa, was I dizzy there? And then you're
Yes.
like, I'm looking at this thing. I'm not seeing any like weird dizziness, but that was weird the way I just turned my head.
That's so interesting. We both felt like that. Did we get poisoned?
Maybe.
Dude, it was a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Like, I still can't really describe it, but I was like I was really having some existential thoughts because I was just like, am I overworking myself? Like, I've never felt
yes,
this way right
first
now.
of all, yes, probably.
Because I was like, maybe it's because, all morning I was working on stuff, and then Brad and I just went and worked on Grande Boo stuff, and it was, there's so much to do, but I don't think I'm stressed about it.
Yeah.
But am I stressed because now I have to go shoot Friday pickleball videos? Well, no, that's pretty fun too. I'm
Right.
like, why do I feel this way? I feel so weird and exhausted and lightheaded. I don't know how.
A few more bullet points for you for my thing. It was weird. So I went to bed at like 8:45, like so early, because I told Catherine, I was like, Harrison wants to play pickleball. I kind of want to play pickleball. And then I was like, I feel weird.
Yeah.
And my stomach was feeling odd.
That hit me later too,
Really?
during pickleball.
Yeah, not like I was never like, oh, I'm gonna get sick, but it was just like I don't feel right. Like something's odd here.
Yes.
And then, dude, these are the weird ones that I don't think you're gonna relate to. One, as I was lying in bed, trying to fall asleep, my left foot fell asleep. That's never happened.
That's scary.
It's weird. It was like, what's going on here? And it wasn't like 100% like numb. It was just like tingly.
Tingling,
It's
pins
like,
and needles.
What's this? What's this about? And then
Dude, at that point, I would be freaking out that I'm having a stroke.
maybe, is that what I should have been
It's usually
freaking
the
out?
left side of your body,
Great. Thank
isn't
you.
it? I don't know. WebMD would probably confirm it.
Time and look at
Time and
Mark
look up if
McGuire
Brad had a Mark McGuire
WebMD.
stroke.
And the other thing was, and this one's personal and not very flattering towards me, I like rubbed the back of my ears and my hands smelled funny after I rubbed it. I don't know, dude. I don't know. It smelled weird. It wasn't like a really, really bad smell, but it wasn't a great smell either. It was like fresh baked bread or something back there. Like it was like, what's going on back there? And I even thought, like,
What
maybe it
are
was my
they-
hand already. Maybe it's something on my hand. So I independent tested the other hand, smelled it, and then went back there and then smelled it again. No, it's definitely behind the ears.
You go back to the roastery today. Hey, I got to know what you put in your coffee. You guys made the back of my ears smell like fresh baked bread.
Yeah, you guys really back to my ears. You know,
A lot of people ask you this. I want to
Yeah.
know, what's your secret?
We also both got haircuts yesterday, so maybe the barbers in Kansas City are doing something. That was my
Yeah.
explanation for the weird smell in the back of the ears. Is like maybe the
Haircut
pomade
gel.
stuff, yeah, whatever they put. Maybe I sweat a little bit of it off and it smelled weird on my
Okay.
ears or something. I don't know. Anyway, all that to say, Grande Boo, bring it all full circle. I went to bed at like 8:45. I don't think I fell asleep till 3:30 in the morning. Because I
Really?
could not stop thinking about Grande Boo to the point where I was like, I'm going to lean into this and just get stuff done on my phone.
I was just telling Rachel this recently. I was like, I feel like I've learned in the last year or two, once I hit 30, to listen to, I don't even know if it's your body, listen to your brain.
Yeah.
And if your brain is in a certain mood, chase whatever that mood is. Even if it's like, I've been trying to work more 9 to 5. If you feel in the mood to write some jokes, do it right now.
Right.
Don't wait for later.
Yeah, I tried. I knew it was like the right thing to do is to get 8 hours of sleep. I was like, I want to get 8 hours of sleep. I want to get up at a normal time. Would love to work out in the morning. But my mind, so I tried to like, discipline myself of like 5 minutes at a time. Just lie there and just close your eyes.
Just try.
And I couldn't stop, dude. I was like, okay, I'm going to forget that in the morning if I don't write down I need to do this. I was like, well, I'm already here. I might as well, And by the end of it, I was listening to all these different songs for jingles. I wrote a jingle for the live podcast.
Dude, we had such similar days. It's
It was
crazy.
wild.
I said good night to Rachel. We've been in bed for a while now.
Yeah.
Talking, chit chatting, and then after like 30 minutes, like, all right, let's go to bed. And then like Rachel kind of falls asleep. I'm trying to fall asleep, and then I just thought of a joke for the Kansas City show.
Yeah.
So random, but so specific. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna go write that down. Rachel happens to roll over. What are you doing? I'm just writing jokes. She's like, thanks for working hard for us.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. Catherine did not say those things to me. She apparently she was like, I don't feel like I slept at all last night. I was like, why didn't you tell me?
I was up and at 'em.
But she like, I think she was like, I think I knew that you were awake, or like, because every time,
But your ears smelled awful.
yeah, I couldn't come any closer to you, baby.
Like, is he baking bread out there?
Yeah. Yeah, 2 loaves of rye, but behind your ears over there. I was just like, I think my hands were cold. And so I would like, literally, I turned down the volume on my phone as low as I could. And I was looking at acoustic covers of songs.
In bed?
In bed, and my hands were cold, so I would find a song, and then I would put my hands back under the covers and put my phone like laid on the pillow.
Just so quiet.
I mean, it was like it sounded great. It sounded like headphones.
Dude, when it's so quiet but in your ear, it's a pretty nice volume. I've done that before too.
Like I took it away to be like, I'm sure Catherine's waking up from this. Even right in front of me, I couldn't feel.
Yeah, but
hear.
on the ear, it's nice.
Yeah,
I've
and
been
so,
there.
But every time I took my hands out, put my hands under, it just barely ruffled the blankets. And so she's like, so I felt that all night. And she's like, and were you standing up halfway through the night? And I was like, I had to go to the bathroom twice. And then at 2:30 in the morning, I hear like one of the kids' doors crack open. Like we have kind of sticky old doors. And so you can hear when they're open. And I'm like, well, I got to check that out. Maybe it's just Hattie go in the bathroom. Nope. Old Leadfoot. Dum, 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 dum. It's Bo. And I'm like, what in the world? So I spring up because Bo's a wild card. He could go into Hattie and Rosie's room and wake them up immediately. And so I'm like, what's going on? Maybe he's going to the bathroom. Good for him for going.
Maybe he's thinking about Grande Boo.
Maybe he's stressed about Grande Boo too. And I think he might have been sleepwalking.
Sweet.
I don't know. I walked it out and he didn't even he wasn't even fazed by seeing me. I walked out, he was walking back towards his room from the dining room, if you know our house, Ghosties, I'm sure you do. And he just goes, I'm looking for Chase. And Chase is his little Paw Patrol, stuffed animal dog. He doesn't ever play with Chase. Not very often. And I'm like, okay, yeah, let's get Chase. And he's like, it's in that drawer. It's in the drawer right there. Okay, yeah, that's Chase. And I gave it to him. I asked him about today. He's like, I didn't get up in the middle of the night. I was like, you didn't see me last night? I don't remember seeing you.
Dude, Rachel woke up in the middle of the night.
Dude, no way!
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
What is happening?
I'm not kidding. Rachel woke up. At this point, it's gonna sound like I'm making it up. I promise it's not. I could show you whatever.
You still got the
I can
footage?
show you the night vision footage. Rachel wakes up while I'm still awake. She's really been asleep 20, 30 minutes. She kind of sits up. She goes, where is it at? And I go,
I kind of like the way that you kind of like mumbled through. What is that?
what is that? Her eyes are barely open. She just kind of scans the room. It's like she's trying to be funny. And she's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
And I'm like, what? Like, try to say, like, are you with it or not? Like, what's happening? Like, maybe she actually woke up and was like, oh my gosh, where are my contact case, whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, my suitcase. And I was like, oh man, this is so good. And I'm just kind of letting her go. I don't want to interrupt this. She's like, where did I? That's where I put it. And it's like looking towards the bathroom. And I was like,
Serious the whole time?
yeah, that's right. Maybe, I don't know where I put it. And then goes back to bed.
Yeah.
Like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Couldn't wait to tell her about it in the morning.
She didn't remember a thing.
No, I had no idea.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's what when I was in college, our fraternity had like sleeping dorms. So there's like 35 guys sleeping in the same room.
Oh, yeah, you hear some stuff.
And so, I mean, there were like, I was on the top bunk. My first year, you get like last pick of the beds. So I was on the top bunk near the door, like that enters and exits and everything. And you know what doors do.
Yeah.
But right
Did your
next
college have doors?
right next to me was this like upperclassman. Like literally our bunks were like pushed together. Like these.
Okay, mega bed.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just classic fraternity. Like, yeah, let's push the bunks together. That's funny. I'm like, okay. And this guy is like the most solid, like, look up to him as a Christian man you could ever meet in your life. Like, just, I want to be like him. He's like 3 years older than me kind of guy. But in his sleep, dude, he would say some stuff.
He'd let him fly.
And I'm like, what? You can't say that, man.
Wow.
It was like, there's something in the back there that still knows those words.
That's kind of scary, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you get like your wisdom teeth out or something.
You're like,
And
dude, don't film
Yeah.
this. Just in case.
I don't think you're allowed to say that these days.
Yeah, don't put on any rap music in case I start singing along to it. Okay.
Anyway.
I want to hear from Timon if Brad's having a stroke after we talk about Nimi skincare.
Okay. So Nimi skincare.
Okay, so if you're having a stroke and want better skin while you're doing it,
Right.
go to nimiskincare.com.
If you've ever smelled something funny coming from your skin, maybe you need a little bit better skincare regimen.
If you're having a 16-year-old look up if you're having a stroke because of things on your skin, maybe you need Nimi skincare.
Maybe you need Nimi.
You need it.
You need it.
They stand for faith, family, and freedom.
Mm-hmm.
They're a great company. Rachel and I both used it last night. Little couples Nimi session.
Oh, yeah. That's the best kind of Nimi session.
It is. Yeah, I would encourage everyone to do it.
Yep.
Whether you're dating someone or not, find somebody else. Nimi together.
Nimi together.
Nimi skincare together. Yeah, they've got all sorts of stuff. They got a little peptide cream. They got was it the hydrating? Mm-hmm. I like the hydrating. It's got the little beads in it where you kind of feel it, like kind of
The exfoliation, baby.
scruff you.
Oh, yeah. Big
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
What about that daily glow up? Every once in a while, I'll put that on at night. Watch out, dude. You're glowing in the dark.
You're gonna wake Catherine up.
FYI. It's like a basketball you put under a lamp. My head is just like, yeah, turn off all the lights and see what happens.
Yeah, the back of the thing says you can use this at night, but it will be like a second moon. You are gonna, people are gonna worship you in other cultures.
No,
you are gonna be
man.
bright.
No, glow up. I mean, Timon is 17.
Yep.
He's
That's
experiencing.
my bad earlier.
He's like, man. I mean, look at all these girls. Talk about glow ups. They're probably all having Nimi, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it was like this girl at 14 didn't care for her. Now she must be taking Nimi because she's got some daily glow ups.
Yeah,
Brighten up and glow with this easy to follow daily radiance routine. The hydrating daily cleanser and toner brighten your complexion, while the retinol lifting moisturizer cream leaves your skin feeling refreshed and exfoliated.
like back in the day, like a 90s, 2000s, like coming of age movie. The nerd, she like takes off her glasses, lets her hair down.
Princess
It's like,
Diaries.
You were hot the whole time. Mm-hmm. They needed to rely on that, but nowadays, LASIK.
Nimi.
People aren't wearing glasses as much. The new take my glasses off is Nimi skincare.
Just do some skincare. Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the movie, she starts using Nimi skincare. It's like, oh my gosh.
100%.
You were beautiful inside and out the whole time.
The whole time. The whole time, brother.
Yep, it's peptide cream.
Yep, that's what it is. So you can get 10% off Nimi skincare products at nimiskincare.com. Use the promo code Ghostrunners at checkout. It's nimiskincare.com. How do you spell Nimi, Timon?
Nimi.
Ooh, that's a speller right there. That guy's got to glow up in spelling. So check them out. They are a great company, and we love supporting them. Would love it if you guys did too. You will try their products, and you will notice difference. I love Rachel's testimonial towards Nemi was like, I used stuff that the dermatologist recommended for a while, and it like gave me a rash. And
Yeah.
Nemi is working. So check it out for yourself. NemiSkincare.com.
All right, Timon, what's the latest on Brad's
Just Googled
diagnosis?
symptoms of a stroke. First thing that comes up: sudden numbness or weakness in the face, arm, or leg, especially on one side of the body. Could count as foot. Hey, sudden trouble seeing in one or both eyes. Sudden
Oh, you're
trouble
fine.
walking, dizziness, loss of balance or coordination.
It just falls
Fall
over.
over.
And then I looked up something with a stroke having to do with like smelling things. And
Sorry, you had to Google that.
Wait. What exactly is the Google search on there?
let's see. Oh gosh, what did I?
Brad loves knowing this stuff, too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
did you Google to find this?
Yeah.
It's so funny. I said, "Do your ears smell funny if you're having a stroke?" But then I found this article. It's like it says some people smell like burnt toast if
That's
they're having
bread.
a stroke.
What kind
Maybe
of,
fresh
what did
baked
I say?
bread?
Fresh baked bread?
Fresh baked bread.
Some people burn their fresh baked bread.
It's kind of on the other end of the bread spectrum, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not. That's about it.
Wait,
Just
hold on, let's focus
phantom
on-
smells.
Stroke victims claim that they smelt like burnt toast. Like that's like
It's-
those are correlated in some way.
It's like
fuse-
a
it's-
stroke can cause something called. Oh, what's it called? It was
You got it.
somewhere up here. I lost where the word is. Phantom. I don't know. Like phantom smells thing. But yeah, it says burnt toast. Some people, not everyone, but
Interesting.
smell anything, Brad?
Literally nothing. I haven't smelled anything since December of 2020. Man, that's fun. I hope we don't have strokes before Grande Boo.
Dude, we got poisoned yesterday.
Best poison I've ever had, besides Main Street Roasters. Main Street Roasters coffee is the best coffee.
Well, and they've never poisoned us, so
Nope.
doesn't really count.
You can get a promo code GRKC, 10% off. MainStreetRoasters.com.
Yeah, go nuts. Just keep going.
They got great flavor.
Yeah. Whether you consider caffeine poison or not, I don't.
I don't, and guess what? You won't either if you come to Grande Boo because we're gonna have Main Street Roasters there in the flesh. In the flesh.
In the flesh.
In the flesh, genuinely.
Imagine the flesh. of a
Haley's gonna be
roaster.
there. Yeah. The roasters are gonna be there.
The roasters will, and their flesh are coming.
And
we talked.
Have we revealed anything about Main Street Roasters and who's serving Main Street Roasters at the Grande Boo?
I don't think we've trickled that in yet.
Should we trickle or should we surprise?
Trickle.
Trickle. How about Isaac McDonald, his $600 espresso machine? Let's see if it can make more than 10 before it overheats. Saturday morning, he's going to be available to make you all just wonderful lattes, espresso, drinks, all the good stuff.
I think he will also be available for something Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies?
Oh,
It's not what you're thinking.
ladies. Oh, man. What else? Oh, what else can we trickle? The live podcast on Saturday morning. We're doing Bondi Bowls beforehand for breakfast at the park. Going to be awesome. Might be 111 degrees. You see that?
Yeah.
Screenshot?
Apple weather had like a glitch yesterday.
That was wild.
Because I first saw it on Emily Madison story.
Yeah.
And it said 114. And I even replied, I was like, this is a comically high number.
There's no, I was going to say, has that ever happened in Kansas?
Not in-
Probably
I mean, you
like
have to-
once.
Yeah, you have to be in a desert way closer to the equator for
Right.
that to happen, I feel like. Yeah, seeing 114 on the weather forecast is hilarious.
It was like 11 days or 10 days away too. So it was like, there's no way this is accurate.
And the low that day was still 66. I was like, that's a big day.
Yeah.
That's a big jump in temperature.
Anyway, but at the live podcast Saturday morning after we have Bondi Bowls for breakfast, we are going to be doing live voice memos,
Yes.
aka anybody that comes with a question, we'd love to answer it on the podcast. Also, we're going to be doing. Should we trickle this in?
I don't know what you're thinking.
The other thing we were talking about yesterday, another live common segment that we do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do a live schmores. We're going to do an interactive schmores with the audience. We'll keep it at that.
We'll
Keep it at that.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, though. Along with the live jingle. I mean, just everything is live. Did you understand that? That's what Grande Boo is. The whole thing is what we're doing there. So, anyway,
Come enjoy it live.
yeah. Oh, and I wrote down DJ Roomba, dude. I can't get enough of DJ Roomba.
I meant to listen to it yesterday. But I felt so weird. I was driving in silence.
Dude, that's crazy.
I was like, I can't listen to music right now.
Good for you for gritting it out for Friday Pickleball.
Yeah.
10 people out there will know who DJ Roomba is and be like so pumped about this.
Yes, dude.
He's this guy that went to Samford University in
Bow Wow Bulldogs.
Birmingham, Alabama.
Yep.
And Sam, not Stan.
Nice.
And he's just like a great mashup artist. And I think he had one album that my friend Tim sent me when we worked at camp together, and it is so good and such a fun party. And we're just going to listen to it all weekend at the Grand Debut. So if you're like, this music's awesome, it's DJ Roomba, and we're going to post it somewhere because
Start listening now.
you can't find it anywhere else. So it's going to be a blast. DJ Roomba.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Gosh, what else do we want to talk about? We got
MainStreetRoaster.com, promo code GRKC, 10% off.
Yes, DJ Roomba is brought to you by
Yeah.
Main Street Roasters. Oh, here's something I just want to mention. Is a lot of people who can't make it to Grand Debut are probably thinking, well, I can't wait for that Monday afterwards to hear all about it. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You're going to have to wait a little bit longer. Delayed gratification's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be recording that on Saturday and it's not going to be recorded the same way we normally do. We don't want to ask Timon to just like work 7 hours on a Sunday. So
No, honor the Sabbath. Keep it holy.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
So just so you know, the Grand Debut live episode will come out the Wednesday afterwards. Okay.
It's going to be lit, though.
Yeah.
Right? Timon, it's going to be lit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you know what lit means? Are you hip to lit?
Dude, saying lit is so funny. We were talking a couple days ago about like, all right, what do we want to shoot for Friday Pickleball on Tuesday? And Scott's like, we could do the Gen Z pickleball video. And I was like, I didn't even know we were doing a Gen Z pickleball video. And Isaac's like, oh yeah, I started that. Like I started that in the document. And Scott's like, oh yeah, I went crazy on it too. I should pull this up right now.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to see what Scott wrote? Sorry, Scott.
I kind of want Timon to read them. Can we send him to Timon to read?
Okay.
Hey, yeah.
Yes, that is perfect.
From
Let
the
me-
Gen Z himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like when you and I wrote Gen Z, like you made fun of me because you're like, Brad, like you're such a dork, you don't know. And I'm like, at least I've hung out with some Gen Z people. Scott, I don't know what experience he has with Gen Z at all.
Timon, you don't have to read all these, but
Okay.
you could just try to read like just the worst.
Some of your favorites.
Just
Yeah.
the worst ones.
All right.
It did a format grade in text, but all right, let's hear it.
Hey, guys, at least Ashley's here. Yo, I'm finna riz her up with my dink game. hey, guys, no cap, guys. That third shot drop was lit, fam. You trying to pickle tonight? Bet. Let's see.
I just imagine Scott saying these things.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Bro, no cap. Your dink game needs a serious glow up.
Nemi's the only glow up for us.
Yo, this paddle just hits different. Literally and figuratively.
Gen Z saying figuratively
Oh
a
yeah,
lot.
definitely. Let's see. This one I love insert Gen Z term, insert Gen Z name. What do you think of insert typical Gen Z names game? I don't know, man. He's mid. I will say though, insert another Gen Z name. He is him. I feel like Scott just looked up
Yeah.
Gen Z terms.
So he told
1000%.
And
he
it's
told
like
me afterwards.
random generator.
Yeah, he's like, I just looked up Gen Z slang and just tried to write something for every single one of them.
That's great. Good for him.
I like
going
this.
for it.
I like
I know.
this one. This one's accurate. This partner hits a great shot. Slay.
I think
Scott's
that's
like,
just gay.
Slay.
Gay Gen Z he tries pickleball and is gay. Partner hits a great shot. Slay.
Yeah, can you imagine like Victor Wembanyama like making a 3-pointer? Slay! Slay!
I mean, he's Gen Z. That's what they do. That's how they celebrate. So yeah, good for Scott. He wrote, 30 of these probably.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
And so I was kind of like, oh, I didn't even know we were doing Gen Z. Let me take a look at it. I saw all those and I was like, okay.
Did you
like-
guys do it?
I was like, I think we could still do it, but I'm going to just rewrite it basically.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't think we need to do like catchphrase terms more. I think it needs to be like more characteristics of Gen Z.
Okay. Yeah. I think I would pay $100 for you to make that video with Simply Scott doing the entire thing. for my own video. Like, I just want you to record it and edit it for me. I would pay $100 to
Like,
watch
Scott, you have to go to pickleball court, film it, edit it, do it all yourself.
Like when he said, "Oh, that's so mid," like, but he's him. I would have died if I saw Scott do that. It would have been so bad, but so amazing. He's him. That's great.
He might be mid, but insert Gen Z name. He is him, although.
He's him. What kind of friends? You got any cool friends names?
I don't know. I guess Graydon could be considered.
Graydon's a good one.
Trying to think. Not a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came up with, I was like, all right, Isaac, because Isaac was our Gen Z guy. I was like, would you rather your name be Claxton, Breckett, or Larkin?
Okay.
He went with Claxton.
Claxton.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anything with an X in it's fair game.
Yeah.
That's great. So what did you end up filming?
So it's kind of like me behind the camera. I'd be like, dude, Claxton, you should play with us. You play with us. You know, like, I don't want to, I'm protesting. You can't protest everything, Claxton. Play with us.
Okay.
Can I play with my Crocs? Yes. Okay. You could play in your Crocs kind of thing.
Right.
And then different stuff like, okay, if you play, I'll get you some Takis or something like that. Or like, no, I already have Takis. All right. What about Tide Pods? All right. You know, whatever.
Bet.
Which is pretty outdated, but this video is not meant for Gen Z. This is meant for pickleball boomers. Like, what is with
The Tide Pods. I read about that during the Super Bowl one time.
generation? It's asking like, can I just have AI play for me? I wrote a joke about like, I'd rather just watch people play a pickleball video game and like donate my allowance to them.
Right. Twitch stream.
Pickleball, pickleball is kind of fun. I think it cured my anxiety, but I'm still depressed. Something like that.
Gotcha.
Just Gen Z characteristics.
Sure. Yeah. So you just do that video or did you do other ones?
We did that. Did another one like pickleball in 2020 versus 2023. Because that's kind of when it blew up. Everyone discovered it, but also you could toss in some COVID jokes.
That's perfect. That's very topical.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then we did half of another joke because we're going to do the second half when the PPA comes to Kansas City.
Gotcha.
I think it's playing for fun versus playing in a tournament.
Gotcha.
So playing for fun, it's like, that was a fun game. Would you like to play another one immediately? And then playing in a tournament, it's like, that was kind of fun. Let's wait 6 hours before our next one. Because it's kind of notorious for like, why did I pay $80 to play 3 games? I can do that.
Right.
I just play for free for 2 hours with my friends.
Yeah. I'm sad I lost, but let's just play again. And it's like, I'm sad I lost, but let's overanalyze everything for 2 weeks until the next tournament.
Yeah, exactly. Like win or lose, we're just out here having fun. Versus like, I have not been this nervous since my wedding night. Like this, I want a cheap medal so bad.
Scott, one time we went and watched him at a pickleball tournament that he won, and he gave the medal to Hattie because it was me and Hattie watching him. And our kids love that medal.
No way.
All 3 of them like walk around, like Rosie's walking around with the medal on daily these days.
Look like Michael Phelps walking around. It's like weighing her down.
Yeah, she's like falling over. But
Medals are cool.
they're cool, man. That's fun. I remember when we played in that tournament, Gunnar and I played together. Remember in Liberty, we all went up there.
Oh yeah, that little like kind of round robin little thing they were doing.
And it was so frustrating because we lost, I think, almost every game.
Forgot we did that.
And there was one time we were beating a team like 9-2, and I kind of felt bad for them. And they ended up coming back and winning.
We don't have that killer instinct,
No,
not in
dude.
pickleball.
And Gunnar has almost the opposite, where he's like purposely a jackwagon when he's winning by that much. Like sometimes Gunnar just does like he'll like hit it and then drop down and do 3 push-ups and then get back up, just for the humor of it. And so the 2 of us together, did not perform super well.
That's pretty funny. But how do we get talking about all that? What started the Gen Z thing? Or Scott?
Pickleball, I don't know.
That's kind of fun. Strokes.
Yeah, different strokes. I don't know. I'm sure somebody will tell us. But okay, let's talk about Cincinnati. Let's talk about your weekend.
Yeah, should we do that this episode? Knock that out?
Let's do it. Yeah. You wanna go first? You want me to go first?
Do you want to talk about Cincinnati?
Well,
honestly,
yeah,
you can't.
I do, dude. Okay, I mean, we've already kind of hashed this out a little bit. Thursday's when you leave for the.
I flew to St. Louis on Thursday.
St. Louis, barbecue.
I'll tell you, it is nice flying to St. Louis.
It's like a 45-minute flight.
I mean, I don't even know if it was that long. That gate to gate, 45 minutes.
Did you get drink?
No,
they didn't offer anything.
No, I think we were in the air like 20 minutes.
That's wild. Okay, but yeah, Thursday you leave, and Thursday I don't remember. Oh, You were planning in Cincinnati to hang out with Jensen and Steven Swick.
Yes.
Jensen, if you guys
Isaac.
don't remember, Jensen is a friend of ours he's a ghostie that we met on the Florida trip that we became friends with. Steven Swick
Male
is
model.
one half of the Swick family Robinson, who, you like that name? Swick family Robinson?
Nice.
Swiss family. Tyler gets these homeschool. Swick family Robinson. They're just have always been great fans of ours. I mean, Kirsty started the fan account, does the Christmas gift thing for us Anyway, they messaged me this video of one of the Swick girls, Corey, crying because she gets to hang out, or Jensen and Steven get to hang out with Jake at this weekend, and she's like, "You can't go to the show. You're too young for this thing. You know, it's just for adults that are going to this." And he's like, "I want to hang out with Mr. Jensen. I want to see Jake." And so I was like, "Oh, that's cute. That's crazy." And they're like, "Yeah, you should come." And I was like, "Oh man, that would be so fun." But
That's a fun idea.
I really can't. You know, I'm already going to be, I'm doing all this Grande Boo stuff. And then the weekend after I'm going to Colorado, and, you know, I can't ask that of Catherine. And then I thought, and I think I even texted like, but I am kind of getting a wild hair. Like, what if I just volunteered to take Bo and Hattie with me? Then I bet I could sell it to Catherine. Mm-hmm. And they're like, "Yeah, dude, you should do that. You should, that would be awesome if you came." And so I texted Catherine, kind of like blaming it on the Swicks, or, you know, Steven and Jensen, like, "Hey, Steven and Jensen are like peer pressuring me to go to Cincinnati." I think it's ridiculous, but then I thought maybe if I bring the kids, that could be fun. And Catherine responds back, she's like, "I mean, even if you just took Bo, that would be awesome." Because Bo's the troublemaker right now. Bo's the
Corey.
difficult one. Yeah, he's just genuinely like pretty similar in age to Corey, and just nothing is easy with Bo right now. I mean, he's just waking up, sleep talking. And so I'm like, wait, you're kind of interested. And this is all over text. And so I screenshotted that to the boys. I was like, "Did you hear that, boys? That's the sound of, you know, the door of opportunity squeaking open," or something like that. Then we're texting a little bit more. And then this woman from church texts us and says, "Hey, can you volunteer last minute in the nursery this Sunday?" Catherine responds back and says, "Hey, Brenda, actually, we can't do it this Sunday. Brad's going to be out of town last minute."
Door just got kicked open.
I screenshot that. And I was like, "Oh my goodness!" And I mean, Jensen and Steve are freaking out. Like Jensen texted, like, "Yes, Lord, favor, Lord," you know, all this different stuff. I was like, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna do this." I mean, I looked it up. You know, Google Maps. It's a 9.5 hour drive.
Oh my gosh!
And
with
I'm like,
Bo?
"No problem, no problem. It's gonna be amazing."
In the truck.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my old beater of a truck. Might not make it. But what an experience it's going to be.
Oh my gosh.
And, you know, we're pumped up. You know, Steven's calling me, Jensen's calling me. We're arranging like,
because we kind of owe the Swicks a trip.
And that's what kind of initiated. I think he said like, you can pay your debt.
Yeah.
Visit Cincinnati. I was like, let's do it. Like, and Steven's, you know, like whatever. We're just having so much fun, being so excited. And I'm trying to remember exactly how it all went down from there. I think then Steven, I don't know how much I'm supposed to reveal all this stuff, but whatever. Steven initially had like volunteered Kirsty to like watch Bo for the comedy show. And which, as he said that, I was like, I don't know about that, but I mean, maybe Kirsty's different than Hattie.
They just had their fourth.
They like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like just had their fourth. And so I think this would be like the first time Steven, like Kirsty's even by herself with the 4 kids, let alone like throwing another kid in there.
She could watch Bo.
That's never met her. She's never met him. Like, yeah, surely Bo will be fine on no sleep, you know.
He's a troublemaker in your family? Yeah, my wife could
bring
watch
him on. Yeah. 5's a crowd, you know, who cares? And so anyway, long story short, we like that Thursday night we went to Footloose. I can talk about that later. Went to a theater in the park and it was awesome. But at the end of it,
which night?
Thursday.
Oh, I was there Saturday night.
Were you?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, fun. We can talk about that later. Put a pin in it.
Okay.
But Catherine realized at the end that alongside of visiting Jensen and Steven in Cincinnati, that we'd be going to your comedy show.
She didn't even know that was a part of it.
No, she had no idea that you were even in Cincinnati. She just thought I was going to go hang out with the guys. And I think in her head, she was like, that's crazy, but like, I mean, I guess it'll work. You can put Bo down for bed and then you guys can hang out, whatever. And then she started asking very fair questions. Like, what are you going to do with Bo? First of all, she's like, what are you going to do with Bo? And I was like, I don't know. Just bring him to the comedy show.
He loves Jake's humor.
And she's like,
He's a big fan of Jake's comedy.
Can 3-year-olds even go to the comedy show? And I was like, I mean, I bet we can get him in the back.
I'll get him in backstage.
Yeah, like if anything, we can just run around in the back. Or he can go with Isaac. He can hang out with Isaac. Like, he knows Isaac. She's like, he's supposed to be napping. What's he gonna eat? You know, all these like very fair questions that like as a mom you ask, as a dad you're just like,
Load up the truck.
we'll figure it out. Yeah, it's like one of those things where, and I kind of explained it later. I was like, Catherine's kind of weighing the pros and cons and saying the higher probability is that this is gonna be a bad idea or a bad thing, so let's not do it. In my head, it's like, the higher probability is going to be a bad idea, but there's a chance it might be a good idea.
Yeah.
So let's just do it and see what happens. And bless Catherine. Anyway, very validly, Catherine finally was just like, Brad, I just don't feel good about you going. And this is like 11:30 at night, the night before we were going to leave.
Wow.
But I hadn't packed. I hadn't planned. You know, I had told Bo a little bit about it, and he's so funny. He kept calling Ohio, Ohioa. So I think he was just expecting to go see the Coops.
Go see more corn.
He was telling Hattie, like, yeah, Hattie, I'm going to Ohio tomorrow. I'm gonna be gone. Ohio.
Just like announcing travel plans to your 6-year-old big sister. Yeah, Hattie, I won't be able to play tomorrow. Going to Ohio. And
Yeah, breakfast is going to be tough, Hattie. Going to Ohio. So anyway, all that to say, didn't end up going. We were going to surprise Jake. Like, we were, because did Jensen, maybe he just texted Isaac to text you or something about getting an extra ticket for me to like get into the show and all this stuff. Like, anyway, it was going to be.
Isaac knew. He was in on it. I was not.
That was our idea, was like, let's tell Isaac and then whatever. And long story short, didn't happen. Just fine, but it would have been epic. It would have also completely, like, potentially been very bad.
The Bo aspect could have been troublesome, but dude, when they told me after the show, I overheard Jensen say to Isaac, "Does Jake know about the Brad thing?" And I was like, "What's up?" And then they told me, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh!" It's like that could have been so fun.
Oh, I know. And I mean, it's something, I don't know. There's a parenting thing about like when you're just one-on-one with a kid, they act so different. Like I'm confident that I could have been fine driving with Bo. I think he would have been fine. But like at the same time, he's 3. Who knows like how he would react to that. In some ways, it was like, this is kind of unfair to Bo to just expect him to just roll with the punches with this. But I'm like, I think it'd be all right. And like just traveling without Catherine in some ways is harder, but in other ways it's like easier because I don't have to be like, oh, there's a gas station up here. Should we stop here? Should we go to another one? Okay, the next one's 25 minutes away, but it looks like it's 2 miles off the highway, but it looks nicer for, I'm like, if it's just me, I'm just doing it all myself. You know? So all that to say, it would have been awesome, but just know that someday I might be lurking at one of the shows.
Man, that
with
would have been so fun. Gosh.
And the funny thing was, Catherine had kind of, gotten on to me. I think it's fair to say, Catherine. Tuesday night is when I took Hattie to Worlds of Fun, and we didn't get back until 10:30 at night. And we got back, and she was like, "Brad, this is ridiculous how late it is. She's 6 years old, And I was like, "That's fair." She was just doing well. I promise I was trying to get her home earlier. Just these circumstances happened. We had to eat dinner later, whatever. But luckily, you guys saw like that next day is when we recorded the episode. She slept in till 10:30 the next morning.
That's nice.
And so like, luckily she was completely fine. So it kind of looked like, hey, I won that battle, So I think I could have. I had a little bit of confidence with Bo, but
Bo would still be asleep right now.
He would still be
took
done
him on that trip.
Yeah, he'd still be recovering from it. But Ohio would have been legit.
Ohio.
Could have been a cool shirt too. Just Ohio.
Ohio is a state in the United States, which is a country in which Good Rancher gets all their meat from.
Oh, brother, do they?
Did you know that?
I did.
All of their meat.
All of it.
American meat.
All of it.
Is delivered to your doorstep whenever you want it.
Yes.
If you pay for it.
Yes.
But not full price from goodranchers.com.
$30 off with promo code GRKC.
That's right. Good Ranchers is the best. Just put in a new order this past week.
Oh, baby.
For some more, just more chicken.
You go with the one that has the seasoned chicken in it or the whole chicken?
I take whatever they want to send us. I just, because I let her know, like, hey, I can't have the other stuff, so just send me all your chicken.
Right.
And it's great. Rachel, honestly, I think it's the only thing Rachel has ever like had to tell me twice to do. Normally I'm like, hey, I'm on it. And then I think she was like, hey, can you make sure like we get some Good Ranchers chicken? And then went out of town and forgot. And she's like, hey,
yeah,
I need Good Rancher's chicken.
You need it.
I don't want to cook other chicken.
Yes.
She really did. So I was like, yes, we will make sure we have it. So
We recently ran out of their beef, and so we had to use some Costco beef. And you could tell it was like not the same.
where's it from?
Not goodranchers.com. Yeah, we're not supposed to say any other competitors. It was garbage. And they said it was like, the best quality of whatever, but not compared to Good Ranchers. There's a difference.
Go to garbage.com, buy their meat. It sucks
See what
compared
happens.
to Good Ranchers.
Garbagemeat.com is not where you would find Good Ranchers.
But yeah, they got chicken, beef. They got new pork, prime pork, which we've talked about. It's like prime steak, more marbling, better coloring, 25% more tender.
Yep.
So there's something for everybody.
We did ribeyes the other night as well.
Ribeye.
Reverse sear. What do you guys know about that?
Sounds dirty.
Boy, was it. Sounds kinky. It was awesome. I'm trying. I'm becoming a grill guy. I'm still not perfect on the grill, but guess what? People still love it because it's Good Ranchers.
Don't matter.
True story. Hattie, I swear if people are feeding her these lines. She walks out while I'm grilling these steaks and she goes, "Wow, that meat smells good, and I bet it's going to taste even better." I'm like, "Who are you?" And she's right. With GoodRangers.com, the meat, it will taste that much better.
$30 off any box.
GRKC,
GRKC.
American Meat Delivered. Come on.
That's fun.
Okay, so tell me, and now that I've told you my, saga of the Middle East.
It was a great weekend of shows. I think it started off in St. Louis. I had all this material, and I've mentioned this before. Certain cities, it's like, hey, I'm going to spend time throughout my day to like write material about it. So I probably did minimum 5 minutes of material every night that was brand new about each city.
That's so fun.
Which is really fun. It's quite the challenge, but I
Yes,
think it pushes
which is
me
why it's fun.
as a comedian, and it makes it different. And yeah, I'd be interested to know how many like are other comedians doing this. Like maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know.
Also, I want to hear affirmation from people of like, I love that he did that. Seriously, I want
yeah.
to hear people that have been to your shows and been like, it's so fun when you talk about our city.
Yeah. And so everyone was just so nice. I mean, I had people in every city that I could text. Maddie Short, former, we've talked about her on the podcast before.
Yeah.
I don't know if she still listens to Ghostrunners, but
Yeah.
really helpful. Sent me an 8-minute voice memo about everything I need to know about Indianapolis. I was like,
Cool.
This is plenty.
Yes.
Even like specific stuff. Like, hey, there's this one suburb where I bet a lot of people will be coming from tonight. They lead the country in roundabouts.
Oh.
Great. I can write roundabout material.
Okay.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And so I would do jokes about that. And the next night was Cincinnati, and the Kirsty Swick was super helpful.
Sure.
And she really helped me write a bunch of jokes.
Kirsty Swick of Swick Family Robinson. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Swick Family Robinson.
Yep.
And, Cincinnati's known for Skyline Chili.
Right.
So that was great. Oh, so this is kind of one of the jokes. Was like, if you guys don't know, Skyline Chili, it's they take chili and put it on top of spaghetti, essentially. Yeah, it's kind of weird. And
It's one of those things that I've never tried, and it just looks so awful, but everyone swears by it in Cincinnati.
yeah, it looks gross.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I got to do some Skyline jokes. And so I was doing a few, and I'm kind of setting up. I was like, it's wild that, like, I got to give it to you guys. Like, the confidence it takes to think, you know what would make this food better? Dumping chili all over it. Not a lot of people would think that or be able to pull it off.
Yeah.
So they're kind of getting fired up. I was like, if you really thought it would make things better, I'm surprised you haven't tried it on Joe Burrow's leg.
Oh.
And instead of like a laugh, I think it was kind of like everyone's really stressed about Joe Burrow right now. Like, whew,
Too soon.
yeah, we're pretty worried. They reacted
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
But then I followed it up too. I was like, well, if nothing else, you probably should have put it on Harambe. And then that got a good reaction because
That's
he was
perfect.
the Cincinnati Zoo.
Right.
So,
That's awesome.
yeah, so just stuff like that. That's an example of just like,
Yeah.
but like 5 minutes worth, probably in each city. And then I had a friend who works for the Cleveland Guardians, and she was helping me out with all things Cleveland. The night before we performed there is when they had that huge brawl. And that was a Cleveland baseball player.
Oh, perfect.
So I got to do so many jokes about that.
Yes.
I was like, yeah, Cleveland, great sports town. You got the Cavs for basketball, the Browns for football, and the Guardians for boxing. And they love that. And I was like, we weren't going to perform here. And then I didn't want to make Jose Ramirez upset. So, I wanted to pull it off.
That is perfect.
It was so
That
fun,
is-
yeah.
That just dropped in your lap. Timon doesn't know what we're talking about, but
Like, pretty good one.
Guardians Brawl. Yeah.
I think I did something with the Browns, some other Browns joke, and
You gotta.
when did I say it? I incorporated Deshaun Watson as a punchline?
Oh, yeah.
You know, and maybe it's when I'm doing my Bill Cosby thing or whatever. But anyway,
I don't even know what
have you heard that
is.
joke yet? No.
that's-
Okay.
Sounds like I could figure out some way to connect those dots.
And pretty much the whole crowd laughed, but there were a couple guys who like really cheered, and I was like, "Wait, do we have like big Deshaun Watson fans in the audience?" And the guy in the second row was like, "Right here." I was like, "Okay, what do you love about Deshaun Watson?" He's like, "I mean, he's good. He's our quarterback." I was like, "What place did you guys come in your division last year?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Last." I was like, "Last is right. You got to support him. I mean,
Gotta.
if he comes in last, I mean, I'll turn the other way for anything. If you're
Turn
gonna
the
come in
cheek.
last, that's awesome." So
The Browns, as far as like sports teams to make fun of, they gotta be Mount Rushmore.
bad colors, bad name.
Just terrible decision making left and right. Jensen's a huge Browns guy.
Yeah, and they just have dude. Yeah, he's sipping the Kool-Aid too. He's like, dude, don't sleep on the Browns this
He
year.
texted me a link of like, Randy Moss said this wide receiver is the best receiver he's seen in forever. And I'm like, all right. Everyone looks good in training camp.
That's what I said. He was like, dude. He's like, you heard it here first. He's like, we went 7-10 with Jacoby Brissett, and I was like, I think he went 4-7 with Jacoby Brissett. Deshaun Watson went 3-3. All right, so I don't know if you're like one piece away, like in one season. Where I was like, dude, just
Hey,
You're
you
not
never
gonna be
know.
good.
Yeah. That division seems wide open.
who else is in that one?
Ravens, Steelers, and Shucks.
It's not the Colts because they're randomly in the South, aren't they?
No, it's like another like gritty team.
Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah, and not that wide open.
I don't know. don't. You heard it here first. Bengals, 8-9.
No way.
What would you give me if they go 8-9 exactly?
Oh, I'll give you $250.
Okay. I'll give you $1 if they don't.
Okay, cool.
Good odds.
While we're talking about football real quick, we
Yeah.
probably need to make some arrangements for Fantasy Football League
Yeah.
sometime soon.
Yeah.
So just be looking out. We'll figure it out. But
That's high
Guillotine
on my
League,
priority list right now.
we'll have 2 leagues going again. I think 2 is solid. Probably
Yes.
need to do more than that.
Definitely not more, definitely not less.
Yeah.
Because we had enough demand last year and it's going to be fun. We can think more about it and maybe make an announcement sometime. But
One last thing on Cincy. Afterwards, me, Isaac Jensen, and Steven Swick just got to hang out and walk around and go to dinner.
could have been me and Bo.
It would have been so fun if you guys were there too. It was awesome though. Jensen is just such a stud. He's the man. Really bonded. His favorite movie is Liar Liar. Just a
Okay.
great movie.
Yeah.
And Steven Swick is just even more of a stud.
Yeah.
Just like I feel like we randomly just end up talking about fatherhood for a long time, and we were just like asking him all these questions, and
Yeah.
he got me so pumped to be a dad.
Yeah.
I was like motivated afterwards.
You're like, Rachel?
Rachel,
Come on up.
like we have a code word. Rachel, take in the sheets.
Yeah. Take out the mail. I don't know.
Take out the mail.
Rachel, yeah. The flag is up on the mailbox. I don't know.
But yeah, Steven Swick, he's just the man. Got me really excited to be a dad. Really
Good.
pumped about fatherhood. He
Yeah.
had a lot of really cool things to say. And
Can you remember any of them off the top of your head?
just he shared just like personal stories of just like the first night they had a kid. And he's like, when Kirsty's over there asleep, and he is just like 100% responsible
Wow.
for their daughter.
Yeah.
And just how much that changed his life.
Yeah.
I was like, man,
Oh, yeah.
I want my life to change. That's pretty fun.
I remember that specific. It wasn't the very first night, but it was the first night we were home, and I was in like the nursery with Hattie, and I remember her looking up at me, and like when they're that young, they can't see anything.
They don't even know. What
But
they're
like
looking at.
it looked like she just stared right at me, and I started like tearing up, and I was just
Yeah.
like, "Oh my gosh, I love you so much! I did not know I was gonna love you this much." It's like it's
Mm-hmm.
the best. Wow, that's cool. And yeah, he's got 4 of them now,
Yeah.
dominating four little girls.
Yeah.
So-
We talked about that too. He was just very candid with us, just like, yeah, I wanted a guy.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like pretend like I didn't.
Sure.
Yeah, I was bummed.
Yeah,
But yeah, he's had a really good perspective and had a lot of cool things to say.
that's fun. I love, and that's probably credit to Jensen asking those questions. I would assume initially.
I
Jensen's
remember.
so intentional. With
Yeah,
his
no, he
questions.
is great. Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think you're probably right. And he paid for our dinner. And I'm trying to remember, if he did it with a John Kander wallet. I don't know if he did,
or did he not? I'm trying to see on that.
because I know like they make just premium leather goods.
Boy, do they.
I'm just trying to remember if he used one.
Yes. Surely. You say he's a stud?
Yeah.
It's a requirement, a prerequisite to the stud status
Top to bottom stud.
is getting John Kander in your life.
Yeah, they got good leather. Yeah, they got bags.
Yeah, they do all right.
Extra, extra.
Read all about
That's
it. John Kander's our sponsor, and we're going to shout it.
Yeah, but they got good stuff. They got wallets, bags, shoes. Rachel and I were looking at the shoes last night that they got me, and we're trying to find a reason to wear them.
Yeah.
You know? Look good, smell good.
I think that's
Play
the
good.
nice thing about them is that they're pretty versatile. Like, I mean, they're casual enough that you can wear them to church, nice. I mean, they're nice enough for church, but also
That's a good
casual
point.
enough for like a nice date night, anything and everything.
Good pair of chinos,
Like, I think you could wear them nicely with the suit as well. And like, slacks, chinos, pleated pants.
freshly dry cleaned Wranglers.
Oh yeah, those dry clean Wranglers.
I always dry clean my jeans.
Yeah,
Take care of them.
If you guys don't remember, John Kander, they not only do they make super high quality products, but they also are stimulating the economy in Colombia.
Colombia. Shakira, ever heard of her?
Yes.
She's from there.
Yes.
I think.
John Kander is a she-wolf, and so is Shakira. And also, they're a veteran-owned company. I don't think we
They've been
mentioned
doing
that
this a
last
while? What do you mean?
I mean, they've served our country well, and we want to give back to them by supporting them. Not only are they, Christians, this guy has an experience, or his life, they grew up in Colombia as missionaries, and now they're trying to raise up the economy in Colombia by having this business, John Kander. So whether it's wallets, belts, laptop cases, duffel bags, shoes, of course, high quality stuff from johnkander.com. We have a 20% discount code for you. I said 15% last week. Boy, was I wrong. It's 20%. GRKC is the discount code. johnkander.com is the website.
Couple FAQs real quick. People are wondering, hey, I never served in the military. If I wear John Kander, is this stolen valor? No.
Nope.
You're allowed to.
If anything, it is supporting valor.
Supportive valor,
Yeah.
Other people ask, hey, I'm not in a position to go overseas and to be a missionary. If I wear and buy John Kander, do I have to go be a missionary? No.
No, you can be a missionary right
where you are.
in your own feet, in your own land, in your own house. You're a missionary.
Because in your soul,
Yes.
S-O-L-E,
Yes.
you are a missionary.
That's right. That's right.
That's just what I'm reading on their website.
Some FAQs on johnkander.com. So it's John, John, Kander, Candor.com. Check them out. You will not regret it. And they're great gifts as well. I think the females out there are always like, I don't know what to buy for my husband. Husbands
Leather.
always appreciate nice leather things. Leather is cool. It will never not be cool. There's all these different options for wallets, from the minimalist to the George Costanza, types. And check them out. johnkander.com.
Tommy, you have any updates on your week? How you been, dude? What's going on?
I'm good. Trying to think. One thing that was funny yesterday, 2 days ago, when the episode where we talked about my Venmo, we talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
I have since then gotten many Venmos from random people.
Really?
Yeah, and I hate it, man. Guys,
Oh, it's the worst.
Guys, can you stop?
Yeah.
Gosh, can't stand.
And what's your time and imch? EMCH?
EMCH Timon Imsh is upset about it.
You do not
too
want
hard
Venmo.
to spell? Don't even try. Just,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. That's too bad.
It's okay. So my week's been pretty bad because of that.
Because of all the free money.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Dude. All right, well,
Dang.
let's try to make it better. If you can think of a way to make Timon's week better this week, Timon Imsh,
Sure.
Tell
it with him via Venmo.
Yeah, share a nice encouraging note via Venmo.
Because he's a Words of Af guy.
Yeah. Timon, I don't know if you've ever heard this, but Jake and I used to have a running joke for a while where we would communicate via Venmo.
Okay.
And we would send each other like $1 and be like, hey man, you want to go to lunch? Or hey, what are you doing tonight?
And send $1 back. I'm free. Are you taking pickle, Topgolf?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Pretty fun.
Yeah.
And then one time Brad sent me $1,000. Or did I send you $1,000?
I think I sent you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that to Knack Baxter the other day.
Really?
Yeah. I think we talked about him on the podcast and like how he had some medical advice or something. And he was like, hey, I'm billing you, $1,800 for medical advice. So I Venmoed him $1,800. And he sent it right back. He's like, you're crazy, dude. He's like, what if I didn't send that back? I was like,
That's just you.
then I guess you would have been blessed with it. I don't know. But yeah, it's still a fun gag to pull on people.
Speaking of gags, Andrew Thurbush just texted us. Do you see this? We're having Andrew Thurbush make us something special for Grande Boo, which he will be at.
Yes.
And he sent us over the first draft or something. Hey guys, want to send this over? Let me know what you think. And just a picture of a tree.
Vid's coming soon. Oh, wow.
Man, I really want to watch that.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for everyone to watch the wedding video at Grande Boo. It is confirmed. That is going to be in Grande Boo.
I know.
It's awesome.
You're going to want to watch it twice.
I know.
Like, how are we going to just watch it once and be like, that was it? We got to watch it again. Maybe we'll just do a double showing.
Yeah. Let's run it back.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be the whole night. We keep planning it. We keep executing all the little details and talking about all the little things. And the more we talk about it, the more I'm like, I think this is going to be really good. I think it's going to be really special. We want to make it something completely different, completely memorable, and I think it's going to be that. So thanks for all those who have bought tickets. We do have some tickets available to the Friday night and Saturday morning podcast as well available. The VIP tickets are sold out. But we still have some extra tickets there, so holler at us.
Yeah.
We'd love for you to come.
Would love it.
We'd love it.
Would love it.
I love it.
Anything else going on with your week, Breb?
Yeah, but we can wait. I think we got plenty more to talk or to record this week.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
let's wait until next time for it.
Wrap this puppy up.
Let's wrap this baddie up.
I have a review of the week that I would like to read, and I really like it. This guy's name is Hot Sauce Hill. It says, I love this podcast. I'm a recti and have listened to Jake and Trey since the beginning. I wanted more and stumbled upon this gem. Brad brings so much fun and always keeps me giggling.
Always.
I am not a Christian.
Always.
And I don't really believe in organized religion, but I can still listen to them because on a human level, we are all the same. I appreciate that you don't shove the Lord down my throat, but also stay true to your faith and beliefs. We don't all have to be exact same to appreciate one another. Thanks for helping me through hard times. I often use them as a palate cleanser between true crime podcasts. What can I say? I'm a little quirky.
What a palate cleanser that would be.
Hot Sauce Hill. I appreciate you saying all that. That's really cool. I think that's great.
I appreciate the candor.
Great, the John Candor. Mm-hmm. Great thoughts. And yeah, we try not to shove the Lord down your throat or anywhere. I don't think the Lord wants to be shoved.
Not in a box. Not in
an orifice.
You don't put Lord in the corner. You don't put.
Hey, thanks for not pushing a religion and shoving the Lord down my mouth.
You don't hide it under a lamp.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. Haggis McGee. What a name. We looked up haggis earlier.
Haggis McGee.
If you guys want to see the nastiest looking food that people really like in the world?
It's Skyline Chili.
Haggis McGee and Skyline Chili up there. Been here since episode 1, 5 stars. It's a little bit long one. So
wait, isn't haggis Scottish?
Yes.
You don't think you should read this in your own accent, do you?
Oh man, Scottish accent? All right, give me a second to.
Maybe just it's a long review. Maybe just
getting Scottish.
Certain words.
All right.
Just certain words that feel extra haggis.
Gosh, yeah, I don't know Scottish. I'm just gonna.
Just imagine Gerard Butler.
No, I'm just gonna do something over there, and it's gonna be all over the place, okay? But it's gonna be something out there, yeah.
Haggis.
All right. Honestly, could have sworn I left a review literal years ago, but here we are. This is so long. I cannot even begin to tell you how much this podcast means to me and how it has shaped my life in more ways than one. Mondays haven't felt like that awful day of the week for longer than I can remember, and I can with 100% certainty say it's because of the laughter and joy that comes from listening to guys that I feel like I've been friends with forever.
Yeah, I think it's a really good Australian accent.
Is that what it is?
Maybe.
I feel like it's more like the more like city, I don't know, gritty London people, like British people.
Okay. Hey, bruv.
Yeah. When I found this podcast, somehow on the first ever episode, I had just decided to leave college because I was unhappy and was in one of the darkest places I've ever been in. Sorry for having an accent about this part. But this podcast helped me push through each week and kept me smiling. Smiling. Years later, and I'm happy to say that I'm married and taking the first steps to start my own business, which has been a passion of mine for years.
It's so Australian.
Yeah, now I feel like I'm talking like John Tyson. But in even greater news, I just found out I'm going to be a dad. I'm going to be a pop. I'm going to be a daddy. Jake's absolutely hilarious, and I'm completely jealous of your quick wit. But Brad has been someone that I genuinely look up to and think of as a man I strive to be like. It's so funny that I'm talking his accent while he says these nice things. You were able to step out on faith to start your business and are an amazing example of what God wants a father to be to their family. The next steps in my life scare me, but getting to listen to you talk about your life and seeing your fatherhood firsthand gives me immense hope and something to work toward. Thank you both for all you do. God's working through you in more ways than you could even imagine. Love you guys. Praying emoji. And bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that was Australia, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
Bye. Hey,
Love you, guys. Love you guys. Cheerio. Cheerio. See you later.
That's pretty good too.
Matthew, you got to listen to Green Lights, Matthew McConaughey's book.
Oh, okay.
He does a pretty fun Australian accent on there. Fun times. Okay.
He's talented.
Thanks, Haggis. That really was so sweet.
Haggis.
And I read it in a normal accent the first time in my head and really felt it before reading in that goofy accent. But also just thanks for the kind words.
I think it's fun. Instead of a review of the week, because we're gearing up for Grande Boo.
Jingle of the week.
What if...
You mean?
What did I say?
Review of the week.
Yeah, instead of jingle. What if you and Timon sang another Christmas Carol? Everybody loved that?
I think so. I think we need to do that. Timon, what song is it?
It is
Hark the Herald Angels
Hark the
Sing.
Herald Angels Sing. Yeah.
Yep.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth,
and
mercy come.
Man, we need the lyrics.
I know. I didn't think I needed them.
Same.
Mercy mild. Mercy mild.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Wait.
Don't you dare edit any of this, Timon. Why didn't I put lyrics at the end of it?
5, 6, 7, 8.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King.
That was rough.
That was something.
That is hard to harmonize to.
Timon, I had a
That was
computer
a
parts
low
there.
one. Sorry about that. Yeah.
You went high, you went low. We had a little percussion there at the end.
Oh, yeah. That's fun.
That was it.
That's funny. That was good. My dad just texted me. You ever seen the movie Pixels with Adam Sandler? By the way, it's 11 a.m. right now. You ever seen the movie Pixels with Adam Sandler? I watched the entire movie. Absolutely the worst movie I've ever watched in my entire life.
I've heard that about that movie.
Really?
I've heard
Yeah.
it's awful. Yeah.
Is it new?
No.
2015.
Oh, 2015. I don't even think I've heard of it. That's so funny. Did he just not go to work today and just pop in a movie at 9 a.m.?
Let's see what this Pixels thing's all about. Or it was so bad that he keeps thinking about it today.
He's like, man, I can't stop thinking about it.
That was the worst movie.
Ooh, 18% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yikes.
That is not good.
big yikes, right, Jinsey?
Oh, big mad.
Whoa, dude. It's giving bad reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
Honestly, that's one we probably should have done. I kind of forgot about that one.
What?
It's giving.
It's
That's a
giving.
big
I know that shows the article that Scott was probably looking at. Is it didn't have It's Giving in there?
Or Scott just didn't understand it because I don't really get it.
He's like, oh, they have like a grammatical mistake in it. That doesn't even make sense.
I think they're trying to say, whatever. All right. We got 2 more episodes to record today.
Slay.
So let's slay those bad boys.
Oh,
we'll
God.
see y'all on Wednesday. Thanks for listening as always. Get tickets to Grande Boo. I dare you.
Yeet.
Ever had the most spontaneous, amazing experience of your life? You could this Friday at
Yes.
Grande Boo and
Yeah.
Saturday.
I'm a stan of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of simping for Grande.
Yeah. And Timon's going to be there with all his riz.
If you're not there, Grande Bush is gonna be living rent free in your head.
Yeah.
Insert Gen Z name might come.
Facts, no printer.
Facts. That's gas.
They got gas.
Straight gas.
Fire. Oh, fire emoji. Your turn.
Nice. Oh, pop
Yes.
off.
Yes, queen.
Hey, if you think that Brad isn't ready for Grande Boo, let him cook.
Let that man cook.
Let him cook.
Grande Boo is going to hit different.
See you guys Wednesday. We got a fun s'mores.
Yeah. Love you guys. Ghostrunners Podcast. Everybody